Hey everyone, and welcome to CTN Videos. As you can see, today we'll be doing a review of the Apple iPad 2. Although it is not the all-new iPad 4 with Retina display and a Lightning connector, the iPad 2 is still being sold by Apple for $399, and is actually a pretty good deal. Let's start by talking about the iPad 2's size and build. Lifting the iPad 2 out of the box, you will almost feel like you're handling fine china. Such is the skinniness of the 8.8mm frame. Remarkably though, the tablet retains a very sturdy feel. It's not the least bit fragile and there's zero flexibility. It's a piece of engineering that defies physics. The weight has also dropped. At 601 grams, the iPad 2 has shed 15% of its body mass. Big deal, you say, but you will notice the difference. It's not Kindle-like though, and you will find a one-handed grip somewhat uncomfortable. The design itself has evolved, with the edges which are now more rounded like an Apple iPod Touch. While it looks nicer and is less bulky, the thinner edges do make it more difficult to keep a steady hand. You have to adopt a more awkward reach-around approach to access the volume and screen switches. Now let's talk about the screen. While indoor performance is great and colors are truly vivid for gaming on the iPad 2, they still aren't as crisp as we'd like, and it's still pretty useless in the sunlight. It also attracts a lot of finger marks. Simply put, if you're looking for a better screen, you won't want the iPad 2. Instead, you'll want to look into getting something more like the iPad 4 for about $100 more. On to processor and graphics. A quantifiable improvement comes with the new dual-core 1 GHz Apple A5 processor, replacing the A4 by offering twice the power. If you thought this thing was nifty with the original iPad, then just wait until you get hold of the iPad 2. Although the processor is not as great as the ones found in the new iPad and iPad 4, the iPad 2's A5 processor will definitely get the job done. In the graphics department, the iPad 2 looks simply phenomenal, and again, it isn't as good as the graphics found in the iPad 4 or the new iPad, but it's still pretty decent. As you can see here with Angry Birds, it looks fine on the iPad 2, and it plays just fine. The next topic is the iPad 2's cameras. Now, I'm afraid the iPad 2's cameras are just not up to par with its predecessors or even its smaller sibling, the iPhone 4, let alone the iPhone 4S and iPhone 5. Now, the rear-facing camera is passable, and it offers 720p video shots. There is 720p video recording on board, which comes in really handy for the brilliant iMovie app, but the iPad 2 has to be one of the most ridiculously shaped cameras of all time. I can't really believe how many people actually use this thing in public as a camera. In terms of battery life, we got around 6 hours of near-solid Wi-Fi surfing, and playing games, which is very respectable. The extra processing power doesn't seem to be an additional drain on the battery, but then it doesn't give an additional boost either. Unfortunately, the iPad 4 again delivers more than the iPad 2 with its 10-hour battery life, but it shouldn't be a problem because the iPad 2 has a long enough battery for the average user. But it's time for the verdict. The iPad 2 is clearly not as good as the iPad 4 in a number of ways. However, considering it is $100 less at $399, you might want to consider the iPad 2 as a choice in your tablet search. It isn't going to be for everybody, but if you want the iPad experience for less, the iPad 2 is a great way to go. Of course, you're probably thinking about the iPad mini as well, but I actually think the iPad 2 is better than the iPad mini. It's only $70 more, it is bigger, and it isn't missing any of the features found in its smaller tablet brother. Overall, I would definitely recommend the iPad 2 for the average tablet user, and while it might not be quite as feature-rich as the iPad 4, it's certainly a decent tablet all the same. Anyway, thanks for watching this CTN video. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out CTN's website at ctntechnews.com. Thanks for watching, see you next time.